Hello everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Transform Your Business with AI in Dynamics 365 Business Central. My name is Bill Kramer.
And I'm Errol Shanefish, and we're both part of the product marketing team for Business Central. And today we'll be talking to you through our presentation about showing you some of the ways that Business Central customers use AI or artificial intelligence to really transform their businesses.
Right, and we'll start out by looking at what's driving the rise of AI in our technology lives and the enormous business impact it's having, and it's going to have. We'll talk briefly about where and how Microsoft is investing in AI to drive digital transformation, and then we'll look at some of the specific ways AI can help businesses, especially small and medium-sized businesses. And then Errol gets to show you some of the really cool stuff in Business Central with infused out-of-the-box AI capabilities. And we'll wrap up with how you can take the next steps in your own AI journey. So, building blocks. Errol, back when you and I were starting out in technology, our building blocks were pretty different, weren't they?
Yeah, they certainly were. I mean, when you look at, back in the day, those building blocks were pretty constant up until just really a handful of years ago. And they were essentially compute, networking, and storage. Computing power going from a 386 to a 486 to a Pentium chip and so on in your desktop and laptop. And each new version of a software application grew even hungrier and hungrier for more compute power. And we always wanted to upgrade because with more computing power, we could do more things. And as compute grew, so did the need for storage. When I started back in the day, 5¼ inch floppies to 3½ inch to zip drives, external hard drives, and so on, a 3½ floppy held 1.4 megabyte of data, and now I've got a USB flash drive that holds 128 gig, 90,000 times more storage. And we were starting out networking meant coming in on the weekend because the office was where the network was. But then came dial-up and broadband, 4G, wireless, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, it's amazing, the exponential growth of all these components, isn't it? Nowadays we talk about mixed reality and quantum computing and blockchain and AI. Those are the building blocks now. It's a brave new world. But it's really the growth of those basic building blocks that Errol talked about. That's what led us on the journey from client computing to client server to internet to cloud and mobile, and now the intelligent cloud and intelligent edge. That first generation of building blocks is, in fact, what led us to the age of AI, where we've now got the cloud and data and new kinds of algorithms, new ways of building software, enabling the next generation. The scale necessary to work with AI models and data. The growth of data, whether curated or noisy, human-generated or machine-generated, and the research necessary to build models that can replicate human capabilities. The cloud is compute, storage, and networking at scale. And Azure, in that sense, is the world's computer. Azure has more data centers around the world than any other vendor, enabling AI anywhere.
Well, that's right, Bill. And it takes a cloud with the scale of Azure to handle the mind-boggling amounts of data that are being generated every single day, every single second by businesses around the world. And to be able to work with it in such a way that we can make sense of it, learn from it, spot trends, make decisions, and innovate entirely new products and services, all thanks to artificial intelligence.
And that translates to huge economic impact for businesses. In fact, the Gartner Group predicts that in 2022, the global business value derived from AI will be $3.9 trillion. Decision support and augmentation would account for roughly $1.7 trillion, virtual agents for another trillion, smart products will account for over $600 billion, and another $500 billion from decision augmentation systems. And this value will come largely in three areas: customer experience, cost reduction, and new opportunities for new revenue sources. So every business process in every industry is going to be transformed by AI. Just as software became the key competitive advantage for companies across industries, The use of AI to get smarter and more agile, to get to market faster, is going to be critical tomorrow. And enterprises know it. 85% of enterprises say they're going to be using AI by 2020. And some industries like financial services, retail, and manufacturing are already leading the way, making heavy use of AI in a number of ways. In financial services, some of the scenarios where AI is being used today is to analyze risk, to build models for fraud prevention, predict what a customer should do next. In retail, businesses are using AI to personalize the shopper's experience, build dynamic pricing into their models, and to take into account environmental and circumstantial information, and also to help plan their inventory. And in manufacturing, businesses are using AI to perform predictive maintenance on machinery, to automate operations and manage their logistics. So AI is here today, and in a couple of years, most businesses will be using it in some form. But only 25% of organizations today are strategically engaged in implementing AI. There's lots of challenges. Data is siloed and unstructured. Even if they tame the data, they don't have the skills on staff to develop AI. And when they do, productivity can be low. And often the AI technologies they're using are just not mature and don't have the reliability, scale, and trust that they need. Microsoft AI is all about addressing those needs. We know the reality is that the data is everywhere. It's siloed, it's on-prem, in the cloud, and all the way on the IoT edge. At the end of the day, AI is only as relevant as the data you use to train it. And Microsoft is the only cloud vendor that enables companies to leverage data wherever it is, whether it's business data coming from legacy on-premises business applications, or sensor data generated by IoT devices, or even productivity data coming from Office 365. With Azure AI, we have a unique combination of tools, services, and infrastructure that can bring AI development to anybody, on any framework, anywhere. And the Microsoft Cloud provides the SLAs, scale, geography support, privacy, and compliance needed to support making AI real in the enterprise. So, Errol, we've talked about AI at a high level. We can see that it's going to be an imperative for businesses of all sizes all over the world, this new world, the intelligent cloud and the intelligent edge. Before you show us some examples, maybe you can take a moment and give us some more concrete definitions about what we mean when we say AI.
Sure. Well, first, AI is part of what we're talking about when we say advanced analytics. We're really talking about two components with advanced analytics, and those are machine learning and artificial intelligence. Now, machine learning enables organizations to perform predictive and prescriptive analytics. Think of it as a way of essentially training a computer to reason and make decisions just like a human would. But machine learning enables this against vast data sets that a human just wouldn't be able to analyze alone. Artificial intelligence solutions power process automation, bots and agents that can transform businesses. AI can recommend actions or best next steps to perform that a human would never take, and then also entirely automate a process, freeing up people to focus on other high-value activities.
And you'll hear us use the term often, AI, as shorthand when we're talking about artificial intelligence or machine learning, as the two often go hand in hand. And AI is a part of our day-to-day lives now that I, for one, can't imagine doing without. Here are some real-world scenarios powered by Azure AI, including Bing Search, Cortana's speech services, and so on. And you can see that many of the world's largest companies use Azure's AI and ML engines to power digital transformation. Organizations like UPS, Shell, Uber, or the NBA. But what about the rest of us? How do we take advantage of this stuff?
Well, here's a quote that I think sums up how we approach AI within Dynamics 365. We're about packaging AI to deliver immediate benefits. We do the heavy lifting, so a company doesn't need to invest in IT resources and data scientists to enable this stuff. It's ready to go. It just works right out of the box. So we have the AI platform, which has Azure that we've talked about, but then we infuse AI into all of the business applications in Dynamics 365, enabling that out-of-the-box AI. The purpose tuned to optimize specific processes and transform your key business scenarios. And we're also building standalone AI business solutions that can unlock AI for businesses outside of the core Dynamics applications. This is a new class of AI applications that will deliver out-of-the-box insights by unifying data and infusing it with advanced intelligence to guide decisions and empower organizations to take informed actions. Dynamics 365 AI for sales, AI for customer service, and AI for market insights are 3 examples of that. And because these insights are easily extensible through the power of Microsoft Power BI, Azure, and the Common Data Service, organizations will be able to address even the most complex scenarios specific to their business.
Thanks, Errol. So focusing on infused AI, our vision is to enable every organization to transform into an organization that brings AI to every application, every business process, and every employee, and as a result, achieves more than they ever thought possible. So adopting Dynamics 365 today ensures that customers will automatically benefit from that AI journey in the future. So now we're going to dive into AI within Business Central. Before we do, let's talk about what Business Central is, for those who may not be familiar. It's an all-in-one business management solution that's been designed and tailored specifically to meet the needs of small and medium-sized businesses. It combines finance, operations, supply chain management, manufacturing, warehousing, and even sales, service, and support, all in one central database where the data is available to everyone in real time so that everyone has the information they need to make smarter decisions faster. And Business Central, as a native Azure application and part of the Dynamics 365 family, incorporates many of these infused AI capabilities in its features. And here's where we really start to dive in and see what infused AI can look like for small and medium-sized businesses running Business Central. Firstly, all business data at your fingertips, real time, whether from sales, customer service, finance, operations, supply chain, any part of the business. We can get insights from all this data, and we provide flexible KPIs and dashboards for each user role. Artificial intelligence enables higher performance and powers an improved customer experience. And system suggestions based on historical data lead to optimized process outcomes and higher productivity. So, Errol, let's take a look at Business Central, and maybe you can walk us through some scenarios that are powered by AI.
I'd be happy to do that. Let's take a look now.
Great.
All right, so what we're going to do today is really I'm going to show you a number of different areas where we've infused artificial intelligence into Business Central to allow you to become more productive with anticipated process improvements and to really gain insights. So the first one is around anticipated process improvements, and the place that I like to show where Business Central shows artificial intelligence there is around inventory forecast. Now, what I'm about to show you is the idea that sometimes it's hard to anticipate the inventory levels that you need in order to satisfy things like open orders and on orders and quotes that are happening. And so what we've done is we use artificial intelligence to take a look at what's historically happened, and then we take that information and provide it back to you. Now, not only do we provide you the information, in this case I can see that my inventory is going to go negative fairly shortly if I don't do anything. But where this really adds value is if I go to create the purchase order, it automatically suggests the quantities, quantity for this particular item, and it notifies me that other items that I normally also purchase from this same vendor are also looking like they need to be restocked. And so in a matter of clicks, I saw information about inventory forecast, created a purchase order with automatic quantities, and added additional items to this purchase order to really improve my business process using the intelligence that's available because of the data that's in Business Central. So it really highlights, again, improving productivity because of the data using something like artificial intelligence. So the other area that I want to talk about is, again, just this capabilities that artificial intelligence gives you to provide insights into data. And the insights that we provide are things that a normal person just sort of looking at reports wouldn't be able to derive from the information just sort of at their fingertips. And so what we've done is in the area of late payment predictors, we're able to look at what's happening with our customers, and because of the artificial intelligence that's at our disposal, we can see how, with what level of confidence we can see how our customers have traditionally paid us, and as a result sort of make a prediction on their ability to pay us in the future. And as a result of this information, we can then be more proactive on our capabilities to go to these customers and make sure that they're paying on time, perhaps providing incentives to them, et cetera. But without this information, we would sort of be beholden to what a customer might normally sort of fall into. The other area that we provide insights into is around, as I've showed you before, we embed Power BI into Business Central, but there's also the capabilities around cash flow forecasting that, again, takes historical information, looks at all of the data that's in the solution. You can change the options of how you view that information, and then as a result, be more predictive about what your cash capabilities will be now and in the future. And in small, medium-sized businesses, I've heard from all of them that certainly cash is king. So kind of the third set of area that I want to talk about is really showing you the power that we have at our disposal using Power BI to extend Business Central. And I've showed you in all of these webinars how Power BI is really infused and embedded in Business Central, but let's take a look at Power BI itself. And so what you're seeing is information that's coming from Business Central. Now, again, this is great, sort of, I'll call it a look back in time almost on what's happening with your business. And in fact, talking to one of my customers, they said something about, prior to using Business Central, it was like driving a car with only having access to the rear view mirror. And I thought that was such a great analogy. It's great to see what's happened in the past, but we need to sort of look at the anomalies and predict the future. And Power BI allows us to do that with the capabilities around what they call quick insights. And so what this is going to do is take a look at my sales information and actually show me, I'll call them anomalies or differences or different types of insights into my data that I wouldn't normally be able to see quickly by simply looking at a spreadsheet of information. And so, some of the things that it's popping up here is just showing me how, for instance, the city of Atlanta is different than other cities. And so my sales in that particular territory are different than other territories. How certain inventory items are more readily sold to one customer versus other customers. And all of these different insights then is that forward-facing thing that allows me to make changes in my business to really drive and act on this information that I have at my disposal. And the very final thing that I want to show you is this fun little AI thing that we do with pictures. Now, before doing this, I just want to tell you that the beauty of what we're showing you here today is that it's extensible. So you and or your partner can take these Azure services and extend them to do even more. So we've done a picture recognition Azure service, which is one of my favorite things to do. So I'm going to import a picture into this contact card. And so let's take that picture of me. And using the Azure service, it tells me that I am a male, and it's detected that I'm 38 years old. So, Bill, I'm really happy that this Azure service is working incredibly well. I'm older than 38 years old, but the point is that there's many places within Business Central that you can take these Azure services and extend them to really go to that next level of using artificial intelligence to become more productive and drive your business.
Thanks, Errol, my young friend. Now, there's some great stuff there, and so we went through out-of-the-box AI, and then you showed an example, a simple example of using the extensibility in AI in Business Central. Now, how about an example that is a little bit more complex in terms of extending the AI capabilities?
Yeah. So we've had a customer that's working on a situation that is really amazing. And what it is they were having a problem with their inventory because they were moving inventory around so much and they didn't have the systems to sort of track those moves. And it's a huge warehouse that they're dealing with, very large items. And so what they've done is they have used the capabilities of recognition software with Azure and a drone to have that drone fly through their warehouse at night to record the location of where the inventory items reside so that it's updated on a daily basis, because they were wasting time trying to find inventory items in their warehouse. And so it uses capabilities around barcode recognition and just simply the spatial recognition software within Azure services to do something like that with a drone. And they mapped out their warehouse using Power Apps to do that. And it updates Business Central with the location of their inventory items on a nightly basis to really drive productivity forward for their warehouse. It's really an incredible kind of solution that a customer is working on with a partner right now. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it's tremendous. So that's real world, really awesome solutions that are being enabled by Business Central and Microsoft AI.
Yes.
Thanks, Errol. That's just really cool stuff. So to innovate, organizations need to reimagine their processes, and of course they need solutions that are modern, that can enable new experiences for how they can engage their customers while making their people more productive. They need unified systems that can break data silos, so they've got a holistic view of their business, their customers, and their employees. But really, as you've seen, to really thrive, businesses need pervasive, infused intelligence threaded throughout their systems to give them the ability to reason over that data, to predict trends, drive proactive, intelligent action, and really come up with some powerful solutions to move their business forward. With adaptable applications like Business Central, they can be nimble and they can take advantage of the next opportunity that comes their way. Thanks for joining us for this webinar today. We hope it's been valuable for you. If you'd like to learn more, visit our website or talk to your partner, or if you're not already working with a partner, then give us a call and we'll connect you with a Business Central expert who can get you going. Or if you'd like to start with a test drive first, simply sign up for a trial online and explore Business Central on your own. On behalf of Errol and myself, we want to thank you for joining us today for this webinar. Have a great day.